My Andre. Son.
Now, broadcasting live from deep in the desert of Nevada, K-Ghost Radio presents UFOTalkradio.com with your host, Larry Glenn Anderson, Glenn Larry. Now, to have some fun, right along with us, broadcasting live deep from the desert of Nevada. Welcome to the Glenn Larry Show.
This is Glenn Larry. Hello, everybody out there. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you may be, or time zone. It is a great pleasure to be on YouTube. We finally got it organized. We're about a little late. I'm sorry about that. Has some technical difficulties, but we worked it out. To all my favorite broadcasters all over the internet, I must say thank you, Sarah, very much. We are broadcasting deep from the desert of Nevada. And to let you know that our affiliates out there are small broadcasters, micro broadcasters out there, and shortwave, ship to shore, all you guys out there, ham operators, 73s to you. To all of you out there, KPFF FM Pahrump, we say hello to you also. Thank you for listening up there. KBHR 57 AM, Sicily, Alaska. Oh, yes, how much fun is that? As we look on the internet side, as we're broadcasting, I see we have Canada, lots of Canada out there. California, hello, California. Washington State, we say hello to Hoquiam, Washington out there. Aberdeen, Washington. Montana. Going on the other side, looks like we have Australia. Thank you kindly. I don't know if we're hitting Facebook or not, but like I say, from all over the world, I thank you for listening. I am Glenn Larry. This is our first when I say YouTube broadcast, and I hope we have some fun tonight. We're gonna have some callers hopefully call in. Now, as you know, we've been on YouTube and we have been, on Facebook, and of course some other private channels. But what's been happening is that Facebook changed their way of getting on with your PC, so it's been hard for me to broadcast to you folks. But on the radio side, it hit big time. It just, everybody went over to radio. Thank you so very much to listen to kghost.com. And the other ones that we have, uforadio.com, talkradio.com, the glenlarryshow.com. Thank you so very much for listening to that. OlympiaRadio.com, for all the folks up in Washington State are listening. They're listening to that. Thank you so very much. Our total hits right now on the radio side on internet radio is almost 200. And I just came up Norfolk, Virginia. Thank you to see you. Britain. Oh, great. Fantastic. Well, as you know, we're going to get to the a little bit of the news here right after this. So stand by.
Dahlia is a real student with big dreams.
I always wanted to go to college, but my mom struggled to pay the bills. One day after practice, a coach grabbed everybody and told us about federal student aid. He gave us a free application and helped us fill it out. After that, college was more than just a dream, and my mom learned from me. She went back to school and became a nurse. My name is Delia. I'm going to study business. I'm going to be my own boss.
Are you going to college? Find out more at college.gov.
How important that really is, I'll tell you. PSAs we run quite a bit. Yes, I do. Want to thank Ray's Honey out there that has actually has given us honey, and he sells honey. Nice guy. 702-885-1260. Ray's Honey. Shout out to him. Getting a haircut, it's coming up. I get a lot of tugs on that. Tina's hair on extensions and color. If you're in Las Vegas and need your hair done or something like that, come and see her. She does my hair, does a great job. 702-0033. Thank you so very much, and shout out to them. How much fun, I'll tell you for sure. Hey, have you heard about the, of course, SpaceX has had its launch out to Cape in Florida. 60 satellites they're setting up on Falcon 9, understand? Is that not something? What a neat thing, SpaceX. funded. That's a lot of money involved there, I guarantee it. Also, the rocket, as you know, that came down did not hit the drone ship. It almost hit the ship, but it's on the side of the ship. But I know that they've had their rockets actually land on that drone ship, and that's kind of remarkable. To go to space and come back and land your rocket, come on, it's pretty darn good. Excuse me. As you can see in the background, a lot of little knickknacks people send me, and I thank you so very much for that. Of course, I have my picture of art up there, and our UFOs and a little space guy. And thank you so much for sending those to me. We do enjoy that. A lot of UFO sightings that have been seen. Arkansas has had several. Of course, and over Lake Mary, Florida, there's been several. Orange lights, lots of orange lights. Now, a lot of things go on in Florida, a lot of space stuff. So I'm wondering if they're seeing something like that from the space, from the Cape. Maybe not. I don't know. You never know. A round disc, as I see. Okay, here it is right here. Round disc that has been seen by Bill Helding of Raymond, Washington. On a rural road, he says that he saw a UFO. He saw the saucer. And he was quite upset because no one else saw it but him. Well, that is the case. Did he take a picture? Yes, and he's going to send those to me, by the way. I hope they come out. Yeah. Little Rock, Arkansas. Several have been seen. Cigar shapes. Have you seen a UFO? Have you actually really seen a UFO, or was it something else? I have seen several, and I've told you folks before on the show that the one I saw was a child, and my sister saw it also, out my bedroom window. And I heard it. I woke up. It was about 3 a.m, and there was this structure of a disc type of shape UFO, silver-like, lights going around it on the bottom, all around. And it was something like you'd see out of a TV series. I was awake. I woke my sister. She looked out the window. She said, "What is that?" I'm like, "Come on, it's a UFO." It hovered, shot up, came back right where it was at, right where we saw it, and then shot up and just disappeared, bam, like that. And it was seen over the Capitol of Olympia, Washington. This is back in '67, I think it was, and many reports. Well, the military has many, many different crafts now that they've developed and research, maybe back engineering, I would think. And of course, they have a new fuel that they come up with, and they've made crafts that do fly faster. There's a B something bomber, I understand, that is supposed to be. People are seeing the triangle type of thing, and they're saying there's this new B something bomber. Well, I saw the triangle, and it came over Good Springs, Nevada, and seen by other people. And it was not a bomber. It was a very thin, well, not as big as a bomber, but as I saw it in the sky, it was a V-shaped, kind of like a triangle look, and with lights on it. I counted 11 or 14 lights. God, I was pretty shaken up because it moved silently. It turned and it shot off. And as it shot off, it left little tiny orbs behind, and they just disappeared. I don't know what those were. Maybe some type of gas that hit the atmosphere as it took off. But it was incredible. I was at odd, and so were the neighbors. So at least we saw it together. And what made us go outside and look? There was some type of a hum and a buzz. And I thought it was maybe one of my radios acting up or what have you. I got radios everywhere, ham radios, and of course, everything in this studio, Studio B. And I walked outside and I looked around, think it was something on the ground or something at eye level. And when I looked up, I went, "Whoa, I'm seeing this." And my neighbor walked out his house and saw the same thing. So that's pretty interesting. It was also seen by a gentleman in a van out driving towards, I believe, Good Springs, Nevada, and saw it also. Now, I've been told that there is a base out there towards, well, we're right over the mountain from Pahrump, and we're right over the mountain from the test site. So this might be something of theirs. Or is it? I want to hear your stories, either about UFOs or something you've heard or some strange things have happened to you. I have open lines tonight. Our first show, we're going to do this. Steve's not here to answer the phones. I will take the phone calls. I screen my own phones. That's the way I do it. And I do hope that you guys will call up and talk, because it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, keep the language, good language, no bad language, and make them good stories. I want to hear them. We'll give you this number right now, and this gentleman does it better than I do.
To call UFO Talk Radio, the Glenn Lary Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada, call 702-874-1114 or 1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glenn Lary Show, call 702-874-1114.
I am back, everybody. Aha, let's get some calls coming in. I want to thank Deadly Transportation again. He's moved several things. The guy will move anything and tow anything. Well, maybe a spaceship. He told me he saw one. Oh, I said, okay, let's hear more about that. I want to thank Carpet Tile USA. Fran Sullivan, thank you so very much out there. Great man. Installing all sorts of carpet. 702-256-4419 if you want that carpet or tiles, what have you. Does big hotels and does convention centers. The guys make great guy. That's what we have in our studios, by the way. We want to thank them kindly. Oh, yes, here we go. So, have you seen a UFO? Well, the second one I saw in my lifetime, I was driving. We'll make this short. I was driving from Good Springs, actually Cold Springs Tavern, from the area where I lived up in Santa Ynez area. And from the little cabin, driving down to where I worked at General Motors, Delco Electronics at the time. And we were aerospace also. I got involved in a lot of the stuff. If you've seen the other videos on my YouTube channel and other channels, I was driving around the mountains, and I just happened to look up, and there was this cigar-shaped UFO. Looked like a plane without wings, but it had like porthole windows. And I swore I saw someone in those windows as I'm driving. I look up, I had to stay on the road, of course. And this thing went into the mountain. It went into the mountain and just stopped. And I drove around the corners, tried to get up to the area. Nothing there. As if it went into the mountain, disappeared. I had called the local airport and the Air Force. Something had come up, but it was just a bleep, they said. As much as I can get out of them. What they tell me, of course. These things are cloaked, I believe, that they will not be seen if they don't want to be seen. But by the human eye, they're seen. Isn't that incredible? Pretty weird stuff. With your experiences with UFOs, what have you seen? Don't be afraid to call in. Use another name if you like. Tell me your stories. I need to hear those. Another one that I had seen, I had owned a security firm years ago in Olympia, and I on this golf course, and I was working, I'd say late that evening, on a two-top, about 4 in the morning when I saw this, and the gentleman was cleaning the clubhouse, and there were 2 other employees there. I had walked out this little guard shack and looked in the sky. I said, my gosh, these beautiful stars are nice and big. They're beautiful, like rocks. You can almost pull them out of the sky. And as I looked up, I noticed that there was a group of stars that were traveling by themselves. You mentioned that? Really traveling by themselves. And like a cutout in the sky. And they're slowly moving, slowly moving. So slow you barely notice it. But I watched them. And this, I couldn't take a newspaper and, fold it out. It was bigger than that. So this was the big mothership, I believe. And I had to go up there and get somebody to see this also. And as I drove away and looked up, it looked like the regular sky because it camouflaged itself to look like the stars. But stars don't move in groups by themselves. No, they don't. Or do they? No, they don't. Of course not. And I brought down the janitor and a couple other employees, and they saw what I saw. First, they looked up and goes, "Yeah, there's nice stars, Larry." And I said, "No, no, 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 no." I says, "Look carefully." And when they saw that, they go, "Holy whatever! Who do we call?" Well, who are you going to call? Being other people aware of it, I made some phone calls, but I don't know if they saw what I saw, but what we saw, but we did report it. Now, if you see anything as like that in the sky, or a UFO or craft that you're not familiar with, do call MUFON. And they are in the phone book. You can call them, look up their numbers on the internet, and report it. And make sure you have time, date. Take some pictures if you can get some pictures, and make sure that you report it. And they have the 800 number. It's the Investigation Center, I believe it is, MUFON, and they're out of Washington. And gosh, do that. Make sure that you report those, because if they don't know or to get a report from somebody, it's undocumented. And these things have to be documented. I don't know how much research you folks have done with UFOs, flying objects, what they have called them, ships in the sky. But when you see one, don't panic. Just get information. That's what I did, or tried to at least. And you never have a camera. But now we have these incredible things called cell phones. Yes, sirree. And they do take some nice pictures. In fact, before I was on before I did the PC stuff, I had used a camera for certain things, and my gosh, I do take some real good pictures. New phones coming out, interesting. How much more do we need? How much more do you think that we actually need in technology? Do you want to go all the way, or do you just want to stay about where we're at? Things have changed. Airplanes, cars that fly now, many of them are being developed. Researchers have done a great job of that now. And that's soon to come out. Within about 5 years, you'll see them, for sale. And how would they license that? Would you license that with a driver's license or FAA? I'm interested. I'd like to see how that works out. Yeah, nice to take off from your garage, pull the stop sign, clear road, take off. Now, where are you going to land at work? You can't land in a parking lot full of cars. Now, come on. So you'd have to land somewhere and then drive to work. Interesting, huh? I've had a lot of emails come in about the coronavirus, of course. A lot's been going on with that, and that's been quite scary. Gosh, wash your hands. Shake a hand, wash a hand, and try to stay away from huge crowds, I guess. I don't know. I noticed that the business that I am in, they've had the Chinese tours cut off. Great. We don't need it here. Although we do have it, and we have some problems. The numbers are starting to grow, and I hope that they find a cure or something about it. We're going to hear from a man, hopefully that will call soon, about his ideas. He called me earlier today. They were pretty interesting. And I want you to hear that also, what he has to say. So I'm going to give that number out again. I hope we have some callers for this first show, first hour, which they're only going to give me on, YouTube for that. So let's see what we get.
To call UFO UFO Talk Radio, the Glenn Lary Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada. Call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First-time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glenn Lary Show, call 702-874-1114.
Chris Ears, good friend of mine, and we have permission to play it. Here it is.
I got the windows rolled down, got the radio up, and I'm heading out of Vegas tonight. And it's a 1:30 on a 4-day run, and the desert is a welcome sight. I can see you there in that dress you wear, and it's keeping my foot on the gas. I drink a gallon of Joe just to make it back home and hold you in my arms at last.
It's a bit of a tease for you folks. Get a chance to get to, excuse me, the website of Chris Ears. He's a fantastic songwriter and singer, and I've had him on the show. You might see him on the YouTube channels. I interviewed him in our older studio. We have 4 studios, by the way. Of course, K-Ghost Radio, 101.3 FM and AM 1610, Part 15 Hobby Radio, which is in Good Springs, Nevada. So if you drive by, you will see a little radio station. Do you remember Northern Exposure? Huh? Remember that? Oh, what a great series. And if you drive by, I haven't got a moose, though, that's in the street, but you will see this beautiful building, 10 by 20, beautiful window. Look in and see the radio station, and I'm trying to be there as much as I can. Got a lot of folks recording inside the station. I have a little recording booth, and then they do their karaoke stuff, or 2 people can sit there and sing. Well, we got a caller. Let's see who we got and what we have. Stand by. Hello, caller. This is Glenn Lary on the Glenn Lary Show. And who am I speaking with, and what are we talking about? Where are you from?
Hey, Larry, it's George.
Hello, George. And you are live on YouTube, and you are live right now all over the world. George, what do you want to talk about? Have you seen a UFO?
Let's talk about UFO, shall we?
Well, let's do it.
All right. So, a while back ago, it's been about 7, 8 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I was over in Henderson, Nevada.
All right.
I was outside walking my dog.
I'm trying to do me a favor, please. Could you talk closer to your microphone?
Is that better?
Oh my gosh, much better. Because you guys with cell phones, I need landlines, but that's okay. Go ahead. I'm trying to tune you in here, so you're as much as I can do on my end.
All right. So, anyways, I was walking my dog.
Yeah.
Out in Henderson, Nevada. I've never seen a UFO.
Okay.
Never seen one. And I came around the corner with my dog, heading back to the house. And my dogs just started barking up in the air.
Oh.
I just looked up and started barking. I'm like, okay, maybe he sees a cat. So I'm like, what are you barking at? I look up, straight up. Holy crap, there was a gigantic bright orb. It was an orange bright orb.
About how far up would you say that orb was?
I want to say at least about the tallest stratosphere. I don't know how tall stratosphere is.
All right.
Space Eagle stratosphere.
Okay, good. I got it.
It
Good.
was pretty far up in the air, and
Right.
I'd never seen anything like it. And I sat there and watched it for, it seemed like almost 10, 15 minutes.
And it was like a bright orange type. Was it round? Was it oval? Was it
It
on
was
fire?
big, orange, round, oval shaped. Kind of looked like it was like a fireball.
Uh-huh.
And it shot straight up in the air within a matter of a second. I've never seen anything like it.
So
And then,
it wasn't a flare, and it was
no,
not.
no way there was a flare. No way. It was too close into town to be a flare.
How once again, how big around do you think it was?
Oh God, it was. I want to say almost maybe half a football field. Big.
Oh, it's big. And did anyone else see this orb?
I don't know. I mean, I looked around. I didn't see nobody. I mean, it scared the shit out of me. I mean, I ran home, so fast to go. I broke in the house. I basically almost kicked the door in, and I told the wife at the time. I said, "Get the camera." She was, "What? What's going on? You would not believe what I just saw."
Grab the camera.
Grab the camera. Like, I explained to her really quickly, what I saw. And then I ran back to that same area where I was at, where I saw it. And I just waited around, looked up. I didn't see one thing.
Gosh.
Not
It disappeared.
one single crack. And it just disappeared.
Right.
Now, I used to live in Sandy Valley.
Okay.
And
which is,
night,
folks, that's right out of, it's in Nevada. And it's right way, I'd say, what, about 20 miles from Good Springs, maybe? Inside.
20 miles from Good Springs, about 20 miles.
Right. What?
And it's, I'm in my backyard. I had a campfire going. It's late at night. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. And I have a campfire going. I'm just out there relaxing, drinking tea. And it's pitch black. There's no lights around. I happen to look up towards, I want to say, west, heading out towards like Toronto, because Area 51's out, past Toronto, out,
Yeah, it's right over the hill there.
Yeah,
I can actually look out my window over the mountains, and if I just look just right,
you can actually see it.
Yeah.
You can see, you know which way front is, but if you keep on looking further, that's Area 51 that's out there.
Oh yeah.
And then you got, you got some other stuff going on out there too. I looked up and I saw this ball of light. And there's no way it could have been a craft. It could have been a satellite. Mm-hmm. This thing was zigzagging so fast. I have never seen a aircraft do that.
My gosh.
On a split dime, no way.
No.
It was doing a zigzag.
Mm.
And,
well, I don't think any guys are flying could take the G's that much. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's no way.
I mean, they keep saying that's our experimental aircrafts.
Yeah.
But I don't think so.
No. And there's been a lot of sightings with triangles and stuff like that.
I've seen.
And we do have experimental aircraft that are triangles.
But not as big as I've seen them. I have seen some ships. I saw this one the other night with my neighbor. We just totally were at odd. Made no sound, but first we heard a buzzing. I don't know what it was. Electrically
it was
sounded,
like a hum.
And then it just went silent, and it hovered, and then it turned, and then it shot up so fast. Just no way. There's no way. I must say, no way.
And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Driving from here to out to Sandy Valley, from out in the from the suburbs to the countryside.
Right.
You see a lot of stuff that's military. I mean, there's a lot of military on the back roads up there.
Oh, I know.
I'd be driving. Next thing you know, you see a convoy. Like 3 or 4 trucks, and you go around the bend and they're gone. It's like, okay.
And where did they go? I've heard about secret bases out here.
And I truly believe we have, underground missile silos around here.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. There's underground bases out here. There's bases that are in the mountains.
I bet.
Hangars.
Yes.
So,
Well, George, thank you for calling. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
And
Yeah, I gotta get back into work.
okay. Keep tuned in and do subscribe to us, okay? And hit that bell. God, I need all the people in
Oh,
get
definitely. I
us
already
bigger.
did that.
It's our first night, and we got to make a hit here. So, again, thank you so much and kindly for listening. And be well and watch the skies, George.
You have a good night, Larry.
Good night. Oh, I love more calls like that. Is it not interesting, folks? Oh, yeah. My gosh. Interesting. How much is happening that we don't know? I'm going to give that number out again for you folks, just one more time.
To call UFO Talk Radio, the Glenn Lary Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada, call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glenn Lary Show, call 702-874-1114. Now, to have some fun, right along with us, broadcasting live deep from the desert of Nevada. Welcome to the Glenn Lary Show.
Oh, I love that thunder, and I have another caller. Let's find out what we have on the line. Hello, caller. This is Glenn Lary. You are live. And what's your name, and where are you from, and what do you want to talk about?
Well, my name is Joe, and I'm calling from Arkansas.
Joe, my gosh, nice to talk to you, sir. And what would you like to talk about, sir?
Well, you wanted to bring some strange things here. I actually have a UFO story.
I'd love to hear it. Oh, I would love to hear it. And so would my audience.
But in this case here, it would be unidentified floating object.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
I have some friends of mine that, as a hobby, they do things like go to old mining sites, down into the caves of the mines and do some research. They also go to former, military sites, missile launching sites, New York City, underground. I don't think people realize how much is laying underground that is not being used. It's so far down, probably afraid to go to it, I suppose. But on this one particular adventure this friend of mine went on, they actually found a side street. It's more of an alleyway, really. And they decided to go down a manhole cover.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what state this was at, or whereabouts, the location?
It was in New York.
Oh, okay. New York.
Okay.
Rural area?
No, actually, right in the city.
Oh, really? Huh.
Right in the city.
Tell me more.
So what they did was they picked a manhole cover for no reason at all. Just once in a while they'll go around popping open manhole covers and see how far down they go, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And on this particular night, it was kind of a strange manhole cover. It was different than other most of your manhole covers are round,
yeah.
but this one was square. But it was not only it's not only square, but it was split in two, corner to corner.
Huh.
Okay, and that's what got their eye to begin with. Well, this one different.
That would get my eye also.
Okay, so we opened up the manhole cover, half of it anyway, and we shine our flashlights down there, and we really don't see any bottom. But there's a ladder going down through there, And so they thought they'd give it a shot. They have their flashlights and all their gear.
Mm-hmm.
So they started going down the ladder, and when they went down, they figured didn't have an exact measurement, but they figured they went down at least no less than a couple hundred feet, straight down, to find yourself in some tunnels. What it looked to appeared to be like old subway tunnels, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while they're down there looking around, looking for reasons why they were, or if there was anything down there, they're going from one tunnel to the next tunnel,
Right.
and they kept hearing water. They knew there was running water somewhere where they had found it yet. They could hear it echoing through the tunnel.
Well, a lot of these underground things that have leaking water from wherever the source may be.
Yeah.
But, I mean, go ahead.
Well, in the case, I was watching a video here in recent times where I think it was in London.
Uh-huh.
They were cleaning out one of those canals, they have going through the city.
Right.
And a gentleman kept talking about this particular trap door that they only open. I forget, it'd been like 20, 30, 40 years since they drained the canal and cleaned it out. They found all kind of bicycles and car parts and what have you.
Right.
But what he was waiting for was there was a trap door that he had read about that leads down to an underground river.
Wow.
So he sat there and waited for them, and he knew they were going to open it, and he went down and asked the state workers, or whatever you would call them, if he could be there to watch that. And they told him, yeah, he could. And sure enough, man, they opened up a hatch that was actually, I think the thing was put in there about 200 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So he was pretty excited about that. But anyway, getting back to the story on my UFO.
Okay, yes. Get back to that. You had me going there. I was doing down the man cover there for a while. So,
well, I bring that up because we're watching the skies. I mean, you're watching the skies tonight, but I don't think we pay as much attention to what's going on underground.
I think you're right. I'm a believer of that. I have heard that there's a whole, well, as you understand,
compound. I've run into stories about secret tunnels,
right,
and train systems, and
yes,
all kind of stuff. Of course, I've never seen one, so I couldn't tell you. But this one, we actually have some film footage of.
Right.
So anyway, these friends of mine, they're down there walking around. They're going from one junction to another,
mm-hmm.
and they heard something coming, and it was obviously a train. And they knew they weren't standing on any railroad tracks, but when the thing went by, because they were filming the whole time they were down there, when the train went by, I mean, it was fast and furious. It just flashed right on by. And it didn't look like to me, and it didn't look like to them to be, one of the subway trains or anything.
Wow.
This thing was like totally modified, something a little more like a super liner or something along those lines. And so while they were oohing and on about that, they walked around a little more, and they heard it coming again. And then they were listening for a little while, and they could hear people talking.
That's interesting.
So they thought, now here they are, a few hundred feet. Well, at this point, I think they went down another level. So now let's just go with 300 feet underground.
Oh, okay.
So they hear another train coming.
Right.
But before that showed up, they could hear people talking.
Mm-hmm.
So at the other level, another train went by going the other way.
Interesting.
And they came on a little bridge that they thought, well, it did. It went across the underground river that they didn't realize that existed at that moment. So they were walking across it. They were talking themselves, and one guy turns to the other guy and he says, "Be quiet. I can hear talking." And everybody stops and they're listening. And one guy, he couldn't hear it. So I'm telling you, somebody's talking. So while they're standing on this somewhat of a bridge,
right,
all of a sudden things start lighting up.
I mean, inside the tunnel itself?
Inside the tunnel itself.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. And you're way down there.
So yeah, they're down there, 300 feet.
Right.
And as they were standing there listening, they're talking louder and louder. And one guy said to the other guy, he said, "Look, I told you I heard talking. Listen." And they're getting louder and louder. And here, while they're standing on this little bit of an overbridge, it's just a walkway that goes, across here. Here comes, and the reason I'm calling it a UFO, unidentified floating object,
Okay.
was a boat that was coming up through the tunnel. And I'm not talking about, a little skiff or anything like that. It wasn't as big as a ship. It was something midway. And when you looked at the top of it, it was all lit up. It had the black and yellow lines all the way around the edge of the top of the boat. And then it had a glass fixture up on top. What they were going to look at, I have no idea.
Wow.
But you could see the people sitting on the boat. They were out on the deck, and those were the people that you could hear talking.
Really? Was it like a hovercraft or something like that, you think? Or
No. It was absolutely a boat. If you were to watch the film footage of what was taking place there, I mean, really, you would have to ask yourself,
is this an underground city transportation?
Well, here's this river 300 feet below the trains that are going back and forth. And like I say, these aren't subway trains.
Right.
These are high-speed trains. And then to have below that a river and boats for whatever reason.
Do you have this film at this point? I mean, do you have access to it, or someone does?
Well, if I contacted him, he could tell me where to find it because he was going to post it on the internet.
Wow!
But
before he does, please, I ask you, begging you, before he does, make sure that I can get a copy before that, because it won't stay up. This might be some type of top secret, very top secret, or a whole different thing.
Well, looking at the boat, you didn't get to see much of it, but it was so lit up. What you could see was very obvious. It wasn't a pleasure boat of any kind or something. It was definitely government owned with all the
observant type of boat that they observe things, or
black and yellow lines,
right.
All around the edging of the deck. And the lighting that it had on it, and the people that you couldn't really see them real well.
My word.
But for the couple of people that you could see, you could see that they had some sort of maybe a work uniform, or they weren't dressed in party clothes or anything like that.
Joe, would you stand by just for a minute? I have to run a fast commercial. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Stand by. I sure just love this. And callers, I stand by. We're going to hear more from Joe, so we'll be back right after this.
Delia es una estudiante con grandes sueños.
Hablaba con mi papá sobre la universidad, pero mi mamá luchaba por pagar las cuentas. Yo guardaba mi sueño en secreto. Un día, uno de los entrenadores nos habló sobre la ayuda federal para estudiantes. Incluso nos ayudó a llenar el formulario. Y mi mamá aprendió de mí. Volvió a estudiar y 2 años después se hizo enfermera. Me llamo Delia. Voy a estudiar administración de empresa. Voy a tener mi propio negocio.
Oh, yes. Spanish side. Now it's the English side.
Chris is a real student with big dreams.
I knew I needed to go to college to get a good job. When I was growing up, my family didn't have a lot of money. In high school, some of the other kids would drive by in their nice cars while I was riding my bike wearing my older brother's hand-me-down clothes. But I didn't really mind because my goal was bigger than those things. My family wanted me to go to college, but didn't have the money to help. So I talked to my guidance counselor at school, and he told me about federal student aid. I couldn't wait to fill out the free application. I mean, it took some time, but it was worth every minute because now I'm in college. You can't ever give up. You gotta have faith and focus on making your life better. My name is Chris. I'm going to be a medical assistant. I'm going to help people.
Are you going to college? Federal Student Aid, an office of the U.S. Department of Education, has $100 billion available to help you pay for college. Find out more at college.gov.
I am back, everybody. Oh, yes, we have a gentleman on the line. His name is Joe, and he has seen some strange things underground. 300, well, all the way down, I guess. We're going to talk more about that with Joe. Oh, yeah. Joe, you still with us?
I'm still with you.
Oh, my God, what a story. You think it's people that are living down there? It's a whole different culture, a whole different. Do you think that maybe it might be?
Yeah, I've seen things on YouTube, heard stories. Like right outside of Kansas City, there's an underground storage facility. We have bunkers that belong to the government. There's a lot of things underground, but I guess the thing that I find most amazing is the amount of money, or whatever year they were brought into existence, and the amount of money that was spent building these things.
Right.
And they're not even being used. I mean, that's incredible. But then what better way to hide or get something done or whatever than a river, running underneath the city.
And that also could make electricity with the river going like that.
Yeah, whatever you wanted to do with it.
Right.
Unbelievable. I don't know. Have you done any investigating or research on the Denver airport and the city below that?
I have not, although I've read some stuff about it, and maybe for one of our next shows we'll talk about that. But civilizations under the earth, that is a common thought of people in the desert, and a small craft. So I'm open to anything, and we just don't know. You know what I'm saying?
In this particular case, I have to ask, why don't we now? Because, we all have a car, we can walk,
you weren't supposed to, I don't think you guys were supposed to see all that.
No, I don't think they were. I don't think they were. They went down late in the evening when they came out of the ground. It was daylight. They were down there for quite a while.
Oh, wow. Well, it takes a while to get back to the surface.
Yeah.
Think,
Well, it's like some of the mines in Nevada, and as well as other places. It's not limited to Nevada. They go a long way. They're.
I have heard that there is a underground system here from a couple of the well-known hotels, all in their basements, way down, and they travel all the way to Washington D.C.
I've heard that too.
I mean, that's a heck of a transportation way to go. Would you not say?
Yeah,
and it's supposed to be high, very fast type of device that they
use.
That's
what makes me wonder about these trains that you actually got to see from my friend there, because like I said, in the film footage that I watched, there's a train going one way and one the other.
Yeah.
But they weren't going so fast that you couldn't get a glimpse of what they were.
What did anybody see? What was inside of the so-called train, whatever it was?
To see the train go by, I mean, it's a flash.
Oh, okay.
All you could really tell was that the front end of the train was aerodynamically designed.
Right.
Okay. And you don't see those in subway tunnels in New York.
No.
That kind of thing.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
This is other technology. This is other technology that we. Yeah.
And I would have to say that this river or whatever it was going through the tunnel, New York sits out on an island, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say after you got down 200, 300, 400 feet, that you'd be below sea level,
right.
Below the Hudson River.
Well, that thing in San Francisco, what do they call it? Their underground deal. It's interesting. BART.
So that's why I thought I'd call in with a UFO, only
it's a floating.
Unidentified floating object.
Well, listen, Joe, I want to thank you so much for calling. We still have some time for other callers. Thank you kindly. And do push the subscribe button and the bell. We'd love to have you do that. Helps us out, of course. And for more shows coming up, Joe, again, thank you so very much. And you all take care of yourselves and watch the skies.
All right, great show, Larry.
Thank you kindly. Thank you so much.
Now, to have some fun, right along with us, broadcasting live deep from the desert of Nevada. Welcome to the Glenn Lary Show. To call UFO Talk Radio, the Glenn Lary Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada, call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First-time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glenn Lary Show, call 702-874-1114.
Here's some Ross Lewis, a good friend of mine. I hope you enjoy this. Just a little fast cut. Ross Lewis, incredible performer. About the rabbit foot. Oh, boy.
That old lady told me I would never be lonely. As she read my cards and gazed at that crystal ball, she said my love life was gonna be alright, and I should wish on a star, and chances are tomorrow morning you'll call. But no news ain't good news. For me it's been that way. I hear the rabbit foot's lucky, but I wonder what the rabbit would say. Now don't knock on hardwood, it wouldn't change a thing. Nothing works, I can't stop this hurt. You're never coming back again.
Great job, Ross Lewis. He's got some real good country hits, and I get a lot of folks tonight. We'll be playing little cuts like that, and if you want to get a hold of me, you may email me at glennlary51 at gmail, and that's GLENNLARY 51 at gmail.com. And if you are listening on the radio side, thank you so very much. KGhostRadio.com, UFOTalkRadio.com, Area51TalkRadio.com, OlympiaRadio.com, TheGlennLaryShow.com, GlennLary.com, GoodSpringsRadio.com, and ArtBellTribute.com live. Yes, thank you so very much. About Art, what a great guy he was. I'll tell you, a great ham operator and a genius in many ways. And I thank him for a lot of stuff. As you know, I am not Art Bell, although my voice may sound familiar. And it's my voice, so I am very lucky to have that and to know him. Lost a great talk host, a great radio man. I did go up to Pahrump. I did visit his grave and laid some flowers down with some friends. And yeah, interesting. I wonder if he had gotten the answers. Yeah, there was a father that had a lot of things to talk to him about, and he would not, well, more or less, talk about the secret this book about. Secrets are secrets, I understand. But yeah, what a great man. And they have, I see the vault and stuff, everything else that they, they advertise, what have you, these other broadcasting corporations. We're the LGA Broadcasting.com, by the way, LGA Broadcasting Networks, because of all the different websites I have. And we do go live on this evening. Now, we got some time left, not much, but I'd like to take a caller. We would open lines, so don't be afraid to call wherever you may be.
UFO talk radio, the Glenn Lary Show, deep in the dark desert of Nevada. Call 702-874-1114. North of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. West of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And south of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. And east of the Rockies, call 702-874-1114. First time callers, call 702-874-1114. And if you just want to talk to the Glenn Lary Show, call 702-874-1114.
I'm back, everybody, and we may be going 2 hours. We'll see what's happening. YouTube may clip us off at 60 minutes there, I think. We're getting pretty close. Again, I want to thank you all for listening to the Glenn Lary Show. I am Glenn Lary, and I thank you kindly on the radio side, YouTube side, and if you get on Facebook or whatever, you may see us. Stay tuned for more shows, and I do ask you all to push and subscribe that button there and the bell. That will help us out. And gosh, has it been fun? It has been. Check out the YouTube, the Facebook page of the other shows that we've had on the Glenn Lary Show. And it's under Larry Glenn Anderson, K Ghost Radio, Facebook. And we'll make sure that we get you so you can listen to it. Again, thank you so very much. I am Glenn Lary, and we're having fun tonight. Open lines for everybody. And we're going to make it fun for everybody, of course. It's about 56.55, as I see. Again, boy, the SpaceX is really doing something with all their stuff. I recap on that last hour. SpaceX launched 60 satellites that they have, as I understand. The Falcon 9 had been up before, and apparently their drone rocket had not landed on the ship. The rocket had not landed on the drone ship, and but it hit the side of end of it there. I guess it's towards the ocean. I hit the ocean, and they recovered it. Of course, I'm sure of that. But I guess this rock is incredible. I mean, it would land right where it's supposed to. And the last, I believe, I saw on YouTube last landing they had were on the right on the mark. So they're doing incredible stuff in space. Things are going to change quite fast, I believe. And I know they're going to have, I really feel you're going to see more UFOs. Maybe ours or be whoever's it may be. We'll find out. Again, this is Glenn Lary. Stay tuned for more shows as I get over here and do this computer. Again, thanks again. God bless and be well and play nice.